In the heart of a small town, a boy named Willl lived with a fire inside him. He dreamed big, becoming a top scholar, starting a business, and one day changing the world. But Willl had one habit that held him back. He couldn't keep his mouth shut. Whenever he set a new goal, he told everyone. Whenever he had an idea, he announced it immediately. Whenever he planned something big, he made sure everyone knew about it. His friends admired him, his parents were proud, and his teachers encouraged him. But something strange always happened. His plans never worked. Despite his confidence, he never reached his targets. His grades stayed average, his ideas never became reality, and his motivation faded quickly. One evening, as Willl sat in a quiet park, an old man with piercing eyes approached him. His presence was unusual, as if he had seen the secrets of the world. "You talk too much," the old man said, staring at him. Willl was startled. "Excuse me," the man smiled. "I've been watching you. You have great ambition, but you give away your power every time you speak." Willl frowned. "What do you mean?" The man pulled out a small, leaking clay pot and handed it to Willl. "Try filling this with water." Confused, Willl walked to a nearby tap and began pouring water into the pot. But no matter how much he poured, the water kept leaking out from the cracks. "I don't understand," Willl said, frustrated. The old man whispered, "This is what happens when you talk too much about your dreams. Your energy leaks before you even begin." Willl felt a chill run down his spine. "Let me tell you a story," the man continued, "about two warriors who set out to become legends. Long ago, in a kingdom of warriors, two young men named Surya and Kiran trained under the same master. Both had one dream, to become the greatest swordsman in the land. Surya, proud and loud, told everyone about his training. "I will defeat the greatest warriors. I will be unbeatable. One day, the king himself will bow to my skill." People cheered him on, and he loved the attention. Kiran, however, was silent as a shadow. He trained in the darkest hours of night. He never spoke of his progress. He let his sword do the talking. Years passed, and the king's grand tournament arrived. Warriors from all over the land gathered to prove their strength. Surya entered the arena confidently, boasting about his upcoming victory. But when the battles began, something unexpected happened. Surya lost in the very first round. He had spent so much time talking, he had forgotten to prepare. Meanwhile, Kiran, who had never spoken of his plans, defeated one warrior after another. He was faster, sharper, stronger, and by the end of the tournament, he stood undefeated. The king, amazed by Kiran's skill, knelt before him and said, "You are the greatest warrior I have ever seen." And for the first time, Kiran spoke. "True power is built in silence." The old man looked deep into Will's eyes. "Do you see now?" Willl felt a wave of realization crash over him. He had spent his life seeking applause, not results. He had wasted his energy talking instead of acting. He had allowed words to replace effort. Willl clenched his fists. "Can I still change?" The old man smiled. "Yes, but from now on say nothing, work in silence, and let your success do the talking." From that day forward, Willl made a silent vow. No more words, only action. He stopped telling his friends about his study plans. He refused to discuss his business ideas. He trained harder, studied longer, worked in the shadows without saying a single word. His friends mocked him. "What happened, Willl? No big speeches anymore." Willl just smiled. Months passed. Slowly, something incredible happened. His grades soared higher than anyone expected. His business, once just an idea, quietly became a success. His strength and focus grew beyond recognition. Then, the final moment arrived. The national exams were announced. Willl had topped the entire district. The same people who used to applaud his words were now speechless at his success. His old friends asked, "Willl, How did you do it? He simply smiled and whispered, "Be silent and get everything." Veer had finally learned a secret that few ever understand. The moment you speak your goals, you weaken them. The moment you stop talking and start working, you become unstoppable. So now, I ask you, do you want to be the one who talks about success? Or do you want to be the one who achieves it? The choice is yours. Speak less, work more, and let your success do the talking.